Hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out. We definitely appreciate that. I'm just kind of hoping the power doesn't go off because a transformer or something, there was a big loud explosion and some of the neighbors don't have power right now. But there is a power truck out in the backyard and they're walking around by the power lines, so they're trying to figure out what to fix. So hopefully they don't have to shut our power off during the live stream to fix it. So I guess there's a possibility that that could happen. All right, let me get the I've lost the streaming software. Where is it? Here we go. Ba-bam. I think we want this one. There we are. That's what we want right there. We got some old school gameplay. Now I got to find the comments. I lost your guys' comments. They're hanging out under one of these 94 windows I have open on the PC. Daniel Sykes, what's up? Michael, what's up, my man? Nice to see ya. Cheese, hello. Fool, what's up? Winston. We got Attical. We got Billionaire. Lingen. We got another Daniel. What's up, bud? Awesome to see you guys. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff open on the PC. It's a pain. Live streaming, I mean, I could probably have less stuff open if I wanted to, but, you know, live streaming's got... There's a lot of stuff that goes on when you're live streaming. That's all I'm going to say. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of live streaming. Lots of crazy stuff. And it's a lot of fun. That's for sure. Lots of things all over the place. So, yeah. Alrighty. Gonzalo. How are you guys doing today? Tadar, what's up, buddy? This is all old bots. What about old bots, my friend? Alright, so if you guys got some game questions, feel free to get them in there. Ah, Weston's from the Tomahawk clan. Cool, cool. Yeah, ask away. What you guys want to know? What do you guys want to know? Gonzalo's from Mexico. I can't speak today, obviously. Alright, so Curry plus Bersant. Is that a good combo? Yes. Yes, it is. Curry's a very fun robot. The Bersants are nice weapons. I mean, they're not, like, as you probably saw on those couple of videos I made on the shotgun comparisons, they're not the best shotguns for close range, but if you're back a little bit, they're like a really nice medium range shotgun. So I think Bersants are awesome. Not everybody likes those weapons for some reason. I think if you don't like them, you're probably crazy, but I like them a lot. I think they're really good. But yeah, Curry enjoys playing those weapons, I've noticed. So I think that is a good setup for the Curry. Curry will be your buddy if you throw those on there. So yeah, that'll work for sure. Definitely. Could I recommend a epic drone for the Dagon? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do with it, but if I were going to play the Dagon, I would really be looking at the Heroku, the Pascal, or the Shy drone. I think either of those are really good for adding some extra durability. Now, if you're just looking for durability and a built-in weapon, check out the Heroku. If you put like an unstable conduit on there, and as soon as you spawn in, hit the unstable conduit a few times, that charges up the Heroku drone and gives you a bunch of extra health. So the best free-to-play tank has still got to be the Fenrir. Problem with Fenrir though is you generally need to get the pilot for it, because that gives it a huge boost on the hit points or durability depending on which pilot. But the Lysol pilot or the Bernadette Wolf are both amazing. So Curry and Subduers, I mean, that setup is still going to work. That's for sure. I don't think the Subduers aren't as good as they used to be, but I would say they're still overall pretty nice weapons, right? I think the Subduers are still pretty good. I have... Oh, my camera's all messed up. How did that get so messed up? The little backgrounds moved over or something. I don't know how that happened, but it's not supposed to be that way. Something got messed up somewhere. It'll work. It's good enough, right? It's good enough. It may look stupid, but it'll have to work. Okay. Somebody messed up my camera. Can I say something about Manny Gaming? Not really, I mean... Crisis Reaper. Crisis Reaper is actually a cool setup. I mean, the Reapers now have a really long reload time, so some people don't like them for that, but they still hit extremely hard. Andrew, so basically put it this way, the Hiroko has a built-in shotgun that hits really hard, and every time you use a module, you gain some more durability, up to 8 times. So if you use a module 8 times, you've just got a whole bunch of extra durability. So it stacks up to 8 times. But yeah, it just makes your robot a lot stronger and gives it a bunch of extra hit points. But you do have to use your modules in order to get the extra hit points. But the unstable conduits, right now, it's only like 35 power cells. So you can use that a few times and bam, big boost in durability on your robot, which is pretty cool. Now on the live streams, we got a way to give away some stuff, so... During the question and answer, though, I might not do the normal way I've been doing the giveaways since it's a question and answer, because that'll take some time away from answering questions. So I might just go ahead and grab a couple randomly out of the comments here after it ends. So just don't spam your player ID like crazy, but you guys can feel free to periodically put a player ID in there. Just don't spam it like crazy. Michael says, favorite robot. Oh man, my favorite robot. Attica has a question. All right, feel free to ask. What's my favorite robot? There's so many that I like. Fenrir is one of my favorites. Phantom is one of my favorites because it's good and it's fun. I don't really have a particular favorite, but there's a lot that I like a lot, so. But it's hard to pick a favorite, but Fenrir has been one of my all-time favorites. Curry is one of my favorites. I love the Curry, I love the Phantom, I love the Fenrir. I love the Invader, and I really do like the Revenant. Those are some of my favorites at the moment. Alright, so the Discordia weapons right now are very weak. Personally, the bendy machine guns for Titans are very weak. They don't seem to do a whole lot of damage, unfortunately. I don't think I would use those. And the Tonans, that's another weapon that I don't like. I don't think either one of those is a good choice, but Inferno is very nice. If you have those Titan flamethrowers, those are excellent. Just don't let them overheat because it takes a long time for them to cool down if you let them overheat. Yeah, after the live stream ends, I'll pick some winners. Like, I won't do it during the live stream, but since we're on a Q&A, that will just be kind of disruptive for the Q&A, but when will the modular work come into the... I don't know, actually. IUV, I have no idea. We're all kind of hoping that they decide not to go through with it, because I think most of us like the modules the way they are. So I would love them to stay the way they are, preferably, but we don't really know. If it does happen, it could be on the next update. It could be on the one after that. We really don't know. We just know they're proposing to do it at some time, and they're currently testing some of it on the test server, but I'm not sure when that's going to be ready, or if they finally decide, let's not do it, because there's a lot of there's a lot of people who don't seem super happy about it, so there is a very small chance they could decide not to do it. So it's hard to say. I'm going to fix my little camera here, since everything's messed up and in the wrong spots. So hold on. Let me get those lined up. Why is that so off? Something weird happened to the camera. Properties. Hold on a second. I'm going to reset these. Reset. Media source. Transform. Reset. But yeah, it's hard to say when that might actually be. Hold on. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you're live streaming that drives you nuts. Drives you nuts. Alright, let me put that right in the center. Now let me get this centered. What a pain in the butt. Alright, now I'm going to group those together really quick. If I can find this little keyboard over here. Hold on a second. Group. Okay. Now we have it. Now everything looks more like it should. Perfect. How have I been feeling? Yeah, I've been doing all right. Same old stuff here, you know? How about yourself? I hope you're doing good. Jigga, what's up, buddy? Hey, John, nice to see you. Serpent, what's up, buddy? Would I ever play with a random subscriber? I mean, I guess it just depends, but we do that every once in a while. Every once in a while, I do something like that where I pull a couple people into a battle on Thursdays. I mean, I haven't done it too often lately. A lot of times, people don't get the invites, and there's been problems with iOS and Android not being able to invite each other and all that junk, so it's been a little bit of hit and miss on that. What do I think about the Vipers? The Vipers are really cool weapons, except for the 10-second reload time, but I really enjoy playing Vipers. Raffin, what's up, buddy? They're not something I would highly recommend, just for the fact that I know a lot of people aren't going to like them, and not everybody likes that reload time, but they are pretty good weapons overall if you don't mind the 10-second reload. Henry says Aljun. Aljun, like the original one, is old school and it's not that good, but it's a fun robot to play. Now, if you have the Ultimate Aljun, that one's actually playable. It's not a super strong robot, but it's still very fun to play, and it's pretty nice. But if you're in the lower leagues, you could probably get away with playing the Aljun, but once you get up into the higher leagues, you would almost have to have the Ultimate version for it to be worth anything. And even then, it's not as good as a lot of the other Ultimate robots or anything, but it is super fun. Ataku says Basilisk and Crate. I don't know why, but I miss all the shots when I can't hit anything with those weapons. I don't like them. I don't like the Basilisk and Crate one bit, so I have nothing good to say about those personally. Christian MC, hello, hello. Good to see ya. Alright, so Jigga says, hey Danny, just checking what's the max boost of damage can be achieved in the game. I mean, there's a lot of variables to that because it depends on the robot. I mean, if you if you take a look at like Crisis or the Baglier, that robot itself has a boost, right? Then you can put on different modules and different pilot skills. I mean, take the Baglier, it's already got a damage boost. You can put the Daredevil skill on it for another boost. I mean, there's a lot of variables here. I don't know what the total amount of boost you can get on damage is, but it's probably, I mean, I bet you can at least get between 200 and 300% more damage depending on how you build something. But if you get a Baglier with, with the Daredevil skill and the right drone and everything else and the right pilot skills, that thing is going to do so much damage, it's insane. But what's the max possible? I'm not really sure. I'm not very good at math, so you would have to figure out this percentage adds this much, and that's I am not a math magician, so I would need like 12 calculators to figure this kind of thing out. So, but I'm telling you right now, a Baglier with the Daredevil skill, any more damage skills on the pilot, and a good set of weapons plus the right drone, that is a lot of damage. And then you add the nuclear amplifier on top of that, and maybe two of the balance units or something. I mean, you're getting crazy amounts of damage out of that. But it's got to be at least, I'm guessing, probably 300%. That's just a guess, so don't quote me on it. Alright, so does the Crisis Reaper Gauss bypass Condor's physical shields? No, physical shields cannot be bypassed by weapons like that. Flamethrowers will... A flamethrower or like the toxic weapons like the Banes technically should bypass a physical shield. But most weapons will not bypass a physical shield. Like physical shields have to be broken. Now, a Gauss is a projectile. It will not bypass a physical shield at all. What was the other one you asked about? Oh, Reaper? No, that will not bypass a physical shield. Those will... Now, on Crisis itself, when you use the ability, it will bypass energy shields, but not physical shields. But flamethrowers are good. And another thing that will bypass a physical shield is splash damage. Like if you shoot somebody with a rocket that has splash damage, the rockets itself will be blocked, but the splash damage will damage the robot. So a rocket will partially bypass the physical shields. Do I think that War Robots is a dying game? No, I don't. There might be a lot of people leaving War Robots, but there's also a lot of new players coming in and playing it. So I think on the mobile games, they always expect a high turnover rate. I mean, generally mobile games in general, not just this one, but almost all mobile games have a very high turnover rate, right? They expect new players to come in, play for a few months and leave. Come in, play for a few months and leave. And then you have that small percentage of players that sticks around for several months or a year or 2 or 10. It's really only a small percentage of players on any mobile game that stay around for a long time. So as long as a game can keep new players coming in, it's not going to die off, basically. But even if you notice, like if there's a PC game, like a Call of Duty, like how often do they come out with a new Call of Duty, right? Once a year, every 2 years or something? Because the thing is, even on PC games, a person only plays that for so long, then they move to something else. So they got to keep coming up with new games to get people back into the game. So games just have a higher turnover rate. So I don't think the game is dying off or going to be dying off, but I mean, you might see some veteran players leaving here and there. A lot of people that have been playing for years might take off, but there's always new people coming in. So I don't think the game is going to die anytime soon. Do I ever get visited by subscribers? Once, yeah. So my neighbor has kids, right? My neighbor has some kids, and a couple of their friends watch my channel. So one day the neighbor kids come knocking on the door, and I open the door. I'm like, hey, what's up? And they're like, hey, this is so-and-so. They watch your channel. This was a couple of years ago. So once I had a couple people show up at my door. But generally, I mean, that was acceptable. But generally, I mean, if somebody showed at your door, you'd be like, oh no, it's a stalker. But they knew the neighbor kids and all, so it wasn't like, oh no, you know, somebody's here. But I think most YouTubers, if you showed up their door, they'd probably be like, oh my God, I gotta go get my gun. Am I being robbed? You know what I mean? But thing is, you never know if somebody is just like a nice person or some sort of crazy psycho. You don't know if Jeffrey Dahmer's showing up your house or somebody who's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Hey Daniel, what's up? Daniel Martinez, how's your day going, buddy? What's the best free-to-play way to counter the Condor? Wait for the Condor to land and then attack it. Alright? Something like a Scorpion or a Revenant that can teleport in there after he lands, can teleport to it and beat it up. That's a good way to counter it. So I think Scorpion and Condor are two really good counters to that because of the teleport. But anything that's fast that can rush towards it when it lands and get over there before it goes back up, I mean, that's really all you have to do. But in the air, there's not a whole lot you can do to counter it besides have everybody on the team shoot it at one time. But those are the two free-to-play robots you can build in the workshop that will, you know, counter the Condor pretty well due to the teleports. Oh, Jamil says biggest damage might be the ultimate Ao Ming with 4 Anguishers and a bunch of onslaught reactors. I don't know, buddy. I don't know if he was talking about biggest like damage in general, but I think he was talking about the biggest damage boost, like how much extra damage can you add, I think is what he was talking about. But yeah, Ao Ming with 4 really powerful heavy weapons. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy overall. That would deal a crap load of damage. Alright, so Inferno's already been nerfed a couple of times. They just nerfed the Inferno on the last update, so it just got nerfed. Alright. Sarvsworth Dash says, how to add the 4th, 5th, 6th robot in the hangar? Well, you can only have 5 robots and 1 Titan, right? Bottom line is, every hangar slot, you just have to save up the gold and unlock the hangar slot. Once you get to a certain level, I don't know if it's like level 30 or level 60, but once you hit a certain level, you unlock the Titans and it will give you a free Titan. But, you know, when you first start off, I think you only have 1 robot slot. You have to buy the 2nd slot with gold, you have to buy the 3rd slot with gold, the 4th slot with gold, and the 5th slot. So you just got to make sure you don't spend any of your gold on anything until you have all 5 of those robot slots open. So that's really all there is to it. Save up your gold. Should you build cryo rockets? Yeah, they're really good. Alright, Otaku thinks the cryos will be nerfed again. I don't know, buddy. He says same as hazards, which also got a buff at the beginning. At beginning them again, not nerfed. I don't quite follow that whole thing, but Duran RS, what's up, buddy? If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. Blue Dragon, what's up? Nice to see ya. Mustafa, hello, hello. If I were to recommend a different YouTuber, which one would I recommend? Well, I've always liked, if you're talking about war robots, I've always liked Adrian. Adrian's a nice dude. I like his videos. He's laid back. He's down to earth. I think he doesn't, you know, he puts out builds that are real. He doesn't show you dumb builds that are ridiculous and crazy and expect you to try and tell you they're good and stuff like that. I mean, Adrian's a good dude. So, Duran says something about the Pathfinder booth. Oh yeah, Pathfinder, holy crap. Yeah, that's another thing that can boost the crap out of your teammates' damage. If you get a Pathfinder on top of all that other stuff I said earlier, that would be redonkulous. I don't know. Yeah, you might be up to like 12,000 bazillion% more damage after you add the Pathfinder on there. But yeah, you can get crazy damage out of that. What's up, Lil? How you doing today? Insidious is good. Awesome. Jamil says, Danny of Oz. I don't know what that means, my friend. Mr. Dees, hello. All right, you're thinking about changing your setup for the Amugi. Yeah, shatters and splinters are good. Atomizers and quarkers are good. I mean, it's nice to have different weapons to try out, so there's nothing wrong with building some of those. You might really like them. And then if you don't, you could always put the other stuff back on and save the other weapons for something else. But either one of those setups for the Amugi is actually really good. I would be very happy playing either setup. So I think that's going to be personal preference, whether or not you'd like the other setup better. But those are both really good, honestly. What's up, Hal? How's it going? Insidious says the ice rockets just got buffed. Yes, they did. But yeah, I mean, you never know what might get buffed or nerfed, right? You never know. They could buff something and then nerf it back down the next day, or they could buff something and leave it that way for the next 3 years. We just never really know. What are my thoughts on the Falcon robot? Well, the Falcon is a very fun robot. It's a little bit outdated. It's really not that good anymore for the most part, but it's super fun and I really enjoy playing it. You can put a traditionalist skill on it and it becomes one of the tankiest robots in the game, but then you only got one weapon and it's really boring to play. So I guess it really depends on what you're trying to do or accomplish with it, but I really enjoy playing the Falcon without the traditionalist skill. It's very fun, but it's very challenging at the same time because it's super squishy when you go into the ability. But I like it. It's not something I recommend to people, but I do recommend it for fun occasionally, but it wouldn't be something I would say, put this in your hangar as your main robot. But it's an awesome robot. A good drone for the Fenrir. For some crazy reason, I would say the Shy Drone, the Pascal, or the Hiroko are going to be some of your best bets. But if you happen to have the Hawkeye, that's the new one that heals you constantly, the Hawkeye is probably the best drone for the Fenrir right now. If you don't have that, Shy, Hiroko, or Pascal are all really good, but generally I think I play the Pascal on the Fenrir most of the time, or the Shy. I like those both a lot. But you can get a huge amount of extra hit points if you run the Hiroko and a unstable conduit. Activate it 8 times really quick at the beginning of the game. Your Fenrir will have a huge amount of hit points. And then if you have the Bernadette Wolf on there, I mean, you'll end up with like, who knows how many hit points. It'll be sick. So I think it's personal preference between those drones right there. But any of those are good. I do know some people might like one better than the other. But any of those are excellent to put on there. I can't tell you which one you're going to like the best, but all of those are awesome. I wish I knew how to say your name there. I think that's Russian, like Manbiw. Manblue. I don't even know if it's like pronounced the way the letters look to me. Probably not. Edward, what's up, my man? Good to see ya. Suan, what's up, buddy? You're enjoying the bedwear? Awesome. It's a fun Titan. I really like it. I really like it a lot, actually. Alright, I know I've missed some comments because I'm just over here talking. Will the Inferno be nerfed? I have no idea, my friend. It may or may not be nerfed. I mean, it's been nerfed a couple times now, so hopefully they'll leave it alone, but you just never know. Hey, Senator, how's your day going? What do I think about the new game mode on the test server? I haven't actually been able to play it. Like, I've been having problems for some reason. I can't, every time I download the test server, it's not working. So I haven't been able to try any of the new upcoming stuff because the test server has been crapping out on me. So I haven't got to play the new game mode. Kaminsky, what's up, bud? How are you doing? We got Popeye. Hello, hello. She says, what are your thoughts on the Redeemer? Pew, 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 pew. I guess those are your thoughts, right? Pew, 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 pew. I would say same thing as yours, man. Pew, pew. That's what I think. Redeemer has been one of the best heavy weapons for a long time. And, yeah, I mean, I was amazed when they buffed the Redeemer a couple years ago because it was already good. Then they buffed it, and now it's just an all-around nice weapon. Can I make a video rating the drones? You know, I actually need to do that because a lot has changed with the drones. Like, I was actually working on making a video for every single drone and throwing it on a playlist, but then they started talking about nerfing and changing drones, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna stop making drone-specific videos, but a drone guide like that would be a very good idea, actually. Maybe next week. Maybe next week I'll get into something like that. That's a pretty good idea. I need to do that for a couple of different things, and I think drones would be a good one. Because the drones are kind of confusing to a lot of people. There's one or two drones, I mean there's a couple of drones, the way they word things is a little bit strange, but some of it's a little hard to understand the way they have it set up. Spirit of Fire says, wait, is there a giveaway? Sort of. Sort of. So, if you saw my main giveaway video, right, I have 50 condors to give out, and I'm just going to be randomly picking winners, like a couple a day, over the next, until the end of the month, or until I'm out of condors. I'm just going to pick 1 or 2 or 3 winners every day. It's already the 22nd, so we still got quite a few condors to give out, but yeah, just like I told everybody on videos or streams, you can just leave your player ID and I'll randomly be picking winners off of each video or live stream. Phantom 015, doing good, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Humble Servant, hey, hey. Nice to see ya. All right. Should you buy ice rockets with gold or build them in the workshop? So here's the deal. All right. If you build something in the workshop, if you have all 6 workshop slots open, that's going to take you about 3 weeks per item. Or at least last time I built something, it was 3 weeks. If you build something, you want to do the 24-hour build, so the 1-day build, for some reason it's cheaper and it's faster. If you pick the 3-day, they charge you more and it takes longer. So you want to do the everyday builds, and it takes about 3 weeks last time I built something in there. So it'll take you forever to build. I mean, it would take you like probably 12 weeks to build enough weapons for one robot. So if you've got the gold, now one thing is you can buy gold really cheap in the game. So if there is something that's actually good that you can buy with gold, I mean, normally you can find like 40,000 gold for like less than $10. I mean, that's enough to buy a couple of weapons for like 10, 12 bucks right there. So it's really up to you how you want to do it and how much patience you have, but you can do it either way, but it just takes forever to build stuff. Like personally, I would make sure if let's just say I started off brand new, the first thing I would do is I would build 5 robots, right? I would build 5 of the best robots in the workshop, and then I would start worrying about weapons later. I would just play them with the Punishers and Thunders, and then as I got good weapons, then I would then I would do that. But I would probably start building weapons and maybe buying a couple with gold as well. But right now, the ice rockets are very good. All right, you got one ice rocket and one redeemer on your links. Sounds good, Spirit. I could run that. I mean, that's a good setup. Only thing about ice rockets is you have to lead a little bit ahead when you're hitting a moving target, and the redeemers just have dead-on aim, so that would be a little bit weird. But besides that, I mean, if you can land the shots, that's a brutal setup, honestly. I think that would be great. Dorian Shadow, hello, hello. Hector, hello, hello. It's a star. How's it going today? Wait, Brandon Pixo nerfed the Titan bendy weapons and they suck right now. Have you not noticed people aren't really running them? Like they have pretty much never-ending ammo now and they don't seem to do any damage, but they nerfed the crap out of those weapons. Hey, Grimly. Alright, sleeping Mark III accounts in gold and diamond. Yeah, Grimly, I don't know. See, one thing is some players will start the game, they'll spend a few $1,000s to max out a hangar instantly, and then you have to deal with those players until they move up and get out of the league. So unfortunately, you probably are going to see some maxed out players here and there in the lower leagues because some people, seriously, I knew one guy who started the game and he was in it for 2 weeks and he said he spent about $30,000 buying stuff on this game in 2 weeks. Not kidding. That's what he told me. So you will see guys like that come in and just blow a huge amount of money. And yeah, it's crazy. But generally, they were supposed to have made something so people can't move back down in leagues. I mean, you used to have a bunch of players who would move back down in leagues, and supposedly they can't do that anymore. So I know they've done a few things to help prevent that. If that stuff is actually working or not, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not actually in the lower leagues now, so I don't really know what it's like down there. But you can kind of tell by how many victories somebody has. If you see somebody with a maxed out hangar and they've got like 1,000 or 2,000 victories, cool. But if you see somebody who's got like 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 victories, you know that person's not supposed to be down there in the lower leagues with maxed out stuff. You know that's somebody who somehow found a way to move back down even though you're not supposed to be able to do it. But as far as whatever Pixo is doing about stuff like that, I don't really have any info on that. Like, I do have contact with a couple of people that work at Pixo, but that's not really, they don't really talk to us about stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of things we don't know about it or find out about it till about the same time as everybody else does. So there's very little information that we get in advance. They don't really talk to us too much about their plans or what they're planning on doing until they're kind of ready for everybody to know about it. So unfortunately, I don't really have a good answer on that, but I know a while back they did take some precautions to make so people can't move back down. But I would not be surprised if there were a few people who found their way around it. But I think most people are stuck in whatever league they're currently in. Band says the players who have ultimate bots and max come to troll the Masters League on my baby account. Well, one thing about Masters League, right? If you're in Masters, you're going to be going up against champion players as well. So Masters and Champion League get into games together. So whatever league you're in, let's just say you're an expert, you're going to see Masters players, and if I remember correctly, Diamond's the one below expert. So if you're an expert, you'll see Masters players and whatever leagues below, plus your league. But if you're in Masters, you are going to see Champion and expert players. But if you're in Champion, you should only see Champion and Masters players, if that makes sense. But honestly, I think they should make so Masters players don't get in games with the champion players personally, but maybe one of these days. Is there a huge difference between Mark II and Mark III? On weapons, not really. I mean, you're getting a couple % extra damage. It's barely noticeable at all. Now, if you Mark III a robot, sometimes that robot will have some pretty big boosts. So if you notice most of my robots are Mark III, but a huge majority of my weapons are Mark II. They're not Mark III. They're in the Mark II ranges because I don't really see a point of putting those upgrade tokens into the weapons for that little teeny tiny damage boost you get from Mark II 12 to Mark III. I mean, it's so small, you're barely going to notice it. We've done some testing where we set some robots up, we shot it with the Mark II weapons, made the Mark III, shot it again, and the difference was not even noticeable. So, in my opinion, no. I would say no. Brandon says, I'm going to cheat now. I hate all champion players. Okay. That just makes the game worse, Brandon. Yeah, nobody likes cheaters except for other cheaters. That's for sure. Am I on the new 10.5 graphics? The game looks different. On the live streams, I've just grabbed an old video and I play old gameplay videos on the live stream. So this might have been 2 years ago, it might have been a year ago, it could have been 3 years ago. I'm not really sure how old this gameplay is. Brandon says, I'm reporting all Champion League players for cheating. All right, think about this. Every time you report somebody who's not doing anything wrong, how are they going to catch the real cheaters? All you're doing is messing up the entire system. There's already about hundreds of thousands of fake reports that come in every day, so you're just making it worse, right? People who report people for no reason, just because they get butthurt and upset, all that does is mess up the thing and they can't catch the real cheaters, so all you're doing is hurting yourself and others by fakely reporting people. Like, I don't know what you're so upset about, but you can't report somebody just because they're in Champion League. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Band says something about unlimited ammo. Brandon says, you keep killing my Hangar. Well, if you gotta have some skill. If your Hangar is over leveled, you gotta learn to play a little differently, right? If you got up into Champion League and you're under leveled, you need to learn to use cover, learn to cover shoot until your stuff's leveled up enough to get out there and fight people face to face. So sometimes you gotta play the game a little differently if you get into a league you're not ready for yet. Stay behind your teammates, let them stay up front and play support. That's the best thing you can do with an under-leveled Hangar. Is a Newton with Fulgur and Tonans worth buying? Undrunk, I'm sorry, but I would say no. I think that's a really bad Titan and really bad weapons. So Newton, in the right situation, the Newton can come in handy, but most of the time it's something you don't really want to have on your team unless that Newton's on voice chat with you and he's really, really, really good with it. There was a time when that was an amazing Titan, but right now it's kind of a not that wonderful Titan. It wouldn't be one of my first picks, right? I mean, you might as well save up a couple hundred platinum and buy a luchador or something. But yeah, I would not buy that. I wouldn't, like last time I played that, I was so disappointed with how bad it was doing. It just gets beat up really quickly. Akita said I had a $400 account and they destroyed me in the first 3 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you spent your money on or who you were going up against, but you got to be able to play the account as well, right? Like if you're a new player and you spend a bunch of money, you might have the stuff, but you don't have the experience yet. So it's actually kind of good to not move up into leagues too quickly. I mean, we've had a lot of guys come to our clan that bought a heck of a hangar, and thing is, they sucked. They got into our clan and they sucked. So we had to give them a bunch of advice to explain to them how to set their stuff up a little better, and now they're really good players. But just because you have the stuff doesn't mean you know how to play it yet. So it takes time to master the robots, you know, get a feel for the gameplay, know when to do what. But there's a lot more than just paying money for the hangar as well. Some people are really good and they pick up on stuff right away. Other people, it might take them a while. So it just depends on the person, how you're going to do it. But just because you bought something doesn't mean you're going to do good with it is the other thing. And then there's also, did you buy the right things? Did you buy the right stuff with your money is another thing. So there's just really a lot of variables there. But I mean, $400 isn't a huge amount of money to spend on something. I mean, some of these guys are seriously spending thousands or several thousands. So some people spend so much, it's insane. But if you go up against like one of those players that drops in, he has nothing but like, let's just say 5 condors or 3 condors and 2 raptors, that player is going to wreck me. Like my hangar is not going to be able to stand up against that guy if he knows how to play it. Now, if he doesn't know how to play it, I'll kick his ass. But if he doesn't know how to play it, I'm going to get stomped by that guy. So there's just a lot of variables, really. Grimmy says, thank you, you're welcome. Cheese says, Eagles and American flags. Can I rate your hangar? I don't normally do hangar rating. Rating hangars takes a while, so that's a lot of downtime on the stream. Then people usually get bored and leave. But if you're on my Discord server, you can post a photo of your hangar on there, and you know, we might look at it over there. But I don't normally do it on the live stream because it might take 5, 6, 7 minutes to really go over somebody's hangar, and then everybody else is bored. And everybody wants it, and it turns into a mess. We tried doing live hangar rating streams before, and it was just chaos. So after a few times, it was just a mess. So we stopped doing it. It was crazy. There wasn't enough time to rate everybody's hangars, and people were angry, and it was crazy. Fan says, watch the new bots description. There are certain robots which are much more powerful at Mark III. Yeah, just about every robot gets a pretty nice boost once you move it to Mark III. So it's way better to Mark III a robot than a weapon, in my opinion. Humble says, Champion League can be anything above 5,000 cups. I've had to face someone that has over 10,000 cups as a Master 2. That stinks, maxed everything and all ultimate. Yeah, an all ultimate hangar would definitely be very hard to deal with. Jamil says, I get reported for cheating every time I play the skirmish games. You know what I don't understand about the skirmish games? Hey Morgan, what's up, buddy? What I don't understand about the skirmish games is a lot of them will put Champion League players up in... There will be like 1 or 2 Champion League players on each team, then a couple like Diamond Leaguers, a couple Bronze Leaguers, a couple Silver Leaguers. It's a crazy way they do the matchmaking. I don't know why they do it like that, but it's crazy. Hey Gorik, how you doing today? Atika said, one time I faced the same curry setup as mine, and he killed me quick because he was Mark III. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of factors in there. I mean, if somebody's got stuff leveled up way more, the leveled up one will usually win faster. Like if you're both of equal skill levels, the one that's more leveled up will probably win unless you figure out how to outmaneuver and outplay that person. I mean, level does matter to an extent. But I could go in there with like, I don't know, like Mark II level 6 robots. And if I were better than the other guy that had maxed out stuff, I could probably beat him. But it just, there's just so many variables and skill levels. And I don't know, it just all depends. You never know. But skill does have a lot to do with it, along with what you're playing, how you're playing it, what map you're on. I mean, some robots do better on certain maps than others, so even the map can sometimes play into it. There's just a lot of variables. But learning when to use cover, learning to corner shoot, learning when to retreat, what to do when you need to reload, there's a lot of variables there. But if you were to just take two robots at different levels and stand them up next to each other, and they both fired at each other at the same time, and they were built exactly the same, yeah, the lower level one would definitely lose because it doesn't have the hit points or the damage or whatever. But as far as somebody getting like 10,000 trophies, the Legend League players, those guys, a lot of those guys up in Legend League will seriously pay somebody to play their account. They'll try and have that account going 15 to 24 hours a day just playing games, which is crazy because you have to play so many games in order to get that many cups. It's unreal. And generally those players will only play with really, really good squads. That way they're almost guaranteed to win every game. But those accounts just keep going and going and going and going. And they're just lucky enough to be able to get on teams that win almost every game because they're playing on some big overpowered team a lot of the times. And that account's going for 10, 12, 15 hours a day just playing game after game. Because they might have 2 or 3 people playing that account just so it can stay up there on the top. It's crazy. It's crazy what some of these guys do to get those cups. But if you were to play that same player one-on-one, you never know. I mean, you might be able to kick their butt. It's not really being good that gets you up there. It's just you're playing so much and your team's winning, you get crazy amounts of cups. Other than Mauler, which Titan is good? Well, I just made a little Titan guide the other day. I mean, Luchador is going to be one of your best Titans. Rook's really good. Luchador, Rook, Indra, Bedwer. Those are all some of my favorite Titans right now. Heimdall can be really good right now. You might want to go find my little Titan guide because I kind of go into each Titan in a little more detail, but there's quite a few really good Titans. Which one you're going to like best, I'm not really sure, but the fan favorite that you can get easily is going to be the Luchador. You can buy that with your credits that you earn from playing the game. If you save them up, and if you build it right, it's going to be really good. All right, band. Oh, you put the Daredevil skill on your Baglassari? So now it loses the ability but gets more damage. Yeah, that's that thing's brutal right there. That's actually how I would build mine because I don't like its ability. Its ability is awesome for the stealth, but it's very confusing and hard to use. So I would do the same thing with it. Brandon says the healing weapon sucks. I think the healing weapons are really good, honestly. I don't know, maybe you don't like them, but they're not every weapon or every robot's for everybody, but I think the healing weapons are still really good if you can get past the really long reload time. Amon Rose says Adrian has a baby account with level 6 with Mark II MK level 6. Is that Mark 1 or Mark 2 level 6? I would assume Mark 2 level 6, right? And he competes with Champion League players. He don't win all the time, but he has a lot of outsmarts. Yeah, you can definitely, if you got the right stuff at a decent level, you don't have to have it maxed. You just have to play it really well, but it definitely helps. Drop says something about a PC update. I'm not really sure about anything about a PC update, my friend. Smileys, what's up, man? Yeah, I believe Pixel realizes that nobody wants the module update, so we'll see how it goes. Efren says Mender with healing weapons is good. Yeah, that makes the Mender almost impossible to kill. It's crazy. Julian, what's up? How you doing today? Is the ultimate robot really worth it? Depends on which one you get. I mean, some of them are awesome. Some of them aren't really any better than regular robots, but it just depends on which ultimate robot. Now, a lot of people thought if they got ultimate stuff, it would never get nerfed or rebalanced or changed, but they have changed a couple of ultimate robots and weapons. So even the ones that are good right now, there's no guarantee that they're always going to be good, but yeah, some of the ultimate robots are great. Like the ultimate Phantom's crazy good. The ultimate Fenrir's crazy good. The ultimate Al Jun's pretty decent. The ultimate Riker, if you can figure out how to play it correctly, it's really good. If not, it sucks. It's a little hard to play, but if you can get used to playing that one, it does great. The ultimate Al Jun, that Titan, in my opinion, it's terrible. Maybe I just can't play it, but to me, it sucks really bad. I would not want to have an ultimate Al Jun, but if you get the right ultimate thing, it's really good. Hey, Portugal. You know, I haven't got to try the new robot on the test server, as every time I try and download the new test server, I can't get on it. It's broken for me for some reason. So I haven't got to try it. I don't really have an opinion, but one thing I've noticed is most of the time when a new robot that comes out that's really good, the next one's not the greatest. So we had the Raptor and then we had the Condor. Both have been excellent, so it could be hit or miss. I would not be surprised if the new robot's just kind of so-so, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it on paper, it looks really good. I mean, you can't judge anything by the test server because they could change it big time by the time it goes live. But it could be amazing, it could be terrible, or it could be decent. We won't really know for sure until it goes live. But right now, I hear it's really good on the test server, but I've seen a lot of things that were really good on the test server and then sucked when they went live. So it's still a little bit hard to tell. Hey Velcor, what's up, buddy? He says the Inferno on the Bagless area is a monster build. I can see that being really good if you play that thing well. That would be great. You know what? How long do we have until the new update? Let me look. I haven't paid attention to this. Let me log on to the game. If we already got the update, that means things will start going live pretty soon. Smiley says the test server doesn't work for me either. Yeah, you know, most of the time it works, but I'll have an occasional spell where I won't be able to get on it a few weeks or something, and then it goes back to normal. I'm not really sure. I've never been able to figure out why that happens, but I've seen that quite a few times where I can't get it to work for a while. So I don't have any update on War Robots itself. Let me go and open War Robots. Did you guys get any updates? Like, I don't seem to have one unless it automatically updated, but I don't think it does that. What is the weakest tank? Weakest tank. I mean, I guess I would say out of all the tanks that I would still consider the Invader to be a tank. But at the same time, it's not as strong as some of the other tanks. So I guess the Invader, as much as I like it and as fun as it is, out of all the tanks, that's probably the weakest one, but I think it's still really good. Smiley's just got the update. Smiley's thinks the new bot is going to be squishy. I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll find out. Watch, it'll have like 12 million hit points. Morgan says cheaters will be banned. I wonder when they're going to add the cheat. I hope the anti-cheat's working on the PC platforms. I don't know when they're going to start adding that to Android and iOS, but yeah, there's a pretty good chance you'll get banned if you cheat. Jez, have a great day. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. It's hard to catch all of these. All right, so my game just updated now as well. So yeah, I bet the new update's almost here. Like, it doesn't seem like it should be here, but yeah, that thing is the new robot. That new weird thing on the homepage is the new robot. It's pretty weird, isn't it? Really weird. Super weird. Oh yeah, if you know how to play the yeah, Raven is awesome. Like, Havocs are cool. I don't really like the Havocs personally, but I can play them if I need to. But Raven is an awesome robot, right? I do like Havocs on the Ravena. I mean, I think Ravena is one of those robots where you can get in, get a couple of quick kills, then they take you out. But I mean, it's not hard to get 3 or 4 kills really fast before they take your Ravena out. But that's a really good robot if you learn the timing of it. Daniel Sykes says, the bow is wicked on the bagless, the baggy Titan. I can't pronounce it ever. It's crazy. Morgan says Cossack is the weakest. Maybe, but I don't think that's a tank. That's like a turd. that's a turd. Hey, Decay, what's up, man? K-Fed, hello, hello. All right, so I got all kinds of stuff downloading here, so it's going to be a minute before this is downloaded. Velcor says Ultimate Al June is super strong. Really? I think it's squishy, but it's good. I don't see it as being a strong robot. I see it as being like it's a little better than your average robot, but it's really good if you play it well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not weak, but it's not strong. I mean, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. It's a lot of damage, but durability-wise, it's average, but damage-wise, it can be a beast. I like it, though. I like it. I play that thing a lot, which is awesome. I'm in Rose. It's all about skill more than equipment, but however, you have to level up your stuff. Yeah, you got to have everything at a good level, but it's about a little bit about both, right? You got to have skill and you got to have nice stuff. I mean, you can't go in there with like maxed out junk and expect to do well, but you can go in there with decent robots and weapons that are maxed out or close to it and do really well. So why is this not loading into the game? I think I'm frozen up, maybe. Oh, there it goes. I mean, I can throw in 5 Fenrir's and do great with it. I could do in a Fenrir, an Invader, a Skyros, a Phantom, and a Ravena and do great with it. I mean, on last week's live stream, I think I had 3 outdated robots and 2 new ones, and on Saturday's live stream, and I was doing just fine and having a lot of fun. Now, I wouldn't take that into a Champion League squad, but if I'm playing solos, yeah, I'm all about it. All right, we got 6 days and 15 hours till the next big update, guys. 6 days and 15 hours. So we could possibly, if they do go with the module rework, there is a chance it could go live in the next 2 to 3 weeks. There's a chance they could scrap it, or it may not be ready yet, and it could take a while longer. So we don't really know what's going to happen with that, honestly. Hey Fida, how's it going? I'm doing alright, can't complain too much. Hope you are doing good. Oh, you know what? I just realized I gotta record some game footage tonight for tomorrow's video. I had somebody request something that sounds fun for a video, so it should be pretty good. I don't know how it's gonna do, but it should be a fun video. A burger bear? Never heard of that one. Efren says, thanks for the heads up. Morgan says, Bagel Lord. The Bagel Lord. All right. AC/DC, I'm not going to repeat that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You guys, Jamel, I'm not going to say that either. You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. Bursaglier. Yeah, that's how you say it, AC/DC. At one time, I knew how to say it, and then I forgot. Yeah, Bursaglier. 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 Close enough. What's up, Aaron? How you doing today? Good to see ya. Smiley says, Ravenous is still one of my top 3 favorite robots, if you can play it right. Yeah, you know, it's not easy to play, but if somebody figures out how to play it, it's awesome. Spirit, no, but Frontiers will be available on Xbox and PlayStation pretty soon. Right now, it's still not a fully released game. It's still in the beta testing stages. So right now, you can only get it on Steam as a open beta, but it's going to be available at some point. They're hoping soon. It sounds like maybe soon they're going to go with a full release, and after they do a full release, it's supposed to be on Xbox and PlayStation. So pretty soon you will be able to get it on both. That's if everything goes right and they're able to release it when they think they're going to. I think they gave like a general time frame out, but I can't remember what it was. But it sounded like they were maybe within the next few months, hopefully. AC/DC says 6 days. Oh my god, goodbye old modules. I'm a little scared of that, honestly. Honestly though, if they go through the module rework, I don't know, I might just start playing the Battle Wreck account only, because it's going to be, at least for making videos, I mean, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to make videos with robots that I don't have the module tree leveled up on. Like on my personal account, I've got every single robot in the game. I mean, there's probably over 100 robots, and there's no way I'm going to be able to put those modules on all 100 robots. So I won't be able to just grab this robot and play it. I won't be able to just grab that robot and play it. So I'm probably going to be, man, it's going to be crazy. If they go through with that, it's going to be rough for content creators too. It'll probably be worse for content creators than average people, because content creators rely on being able to pretty much pick any robot and play it. You know what I mean? Morgan says, Armor Attack is so slow. It's a very slow paced game. That's for sure. Hey, Venus. Good to see you. How you doing today? Ah, man, AC/DC won a Condor. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations. That's amazing. Very good. Brandon says, why won't YouTube let me like the stream? Now that, I don't know. I mean, if there's a like button, I think everybody should be able to hit the like button. If not, you're probably having a weird glitch. Michael wants to know if the raptor should be called the Froginator since it's a small luchador. That would be okay. The Froginator. He'll be back. I'll be back. Smiley says, I love to see older bots. Fenrir is still awesome choice. Used to run 3 Fenrirs back in the Kefri meta. Loved it. Yeah, I mean, if you had a couple of Fenrirs and a couple of Revenants and you build everything correctly, I mean, you could tear some people up if you're good with it. Revenant's like probably one of the better tanks right now, honestly. Venus says, we got an update today. What are the fixes and changes? Alright, so Venus, more than likely, it's just a update getting ready because we got about 6 days. We got 6 days and 15 hours till this season ends and the next one starts. So it's probably just an early update getting things ready for the change. So in about 6 days, we're going to see the new robots added to the game. Hopefully we don't see the module rework added to the game. I don't know yet, but as far as changes or fixes or anything like that, I'm not 100% sure if they've got anything fixed yet. Let me look and find out if they've posted anything about that yet. That's a thing I can find out quickly. Alright, let's see if they've posted anything. Alright, here we go. Game news. They did post a 10.5 update video today. It doesn't really say much. Something about mysterious robots. Oh, there's going to be a Halloween map. I guess that new update might even be for the Halloween map. So I guess there's a couple of... I think the castle map is now going to be a spooky Halloween theme. That might be what we just got for the update, actually. Oh, no. Alright, so here they're talking about the passive module rework system. So it looks like the module rework is going to be on this. Here, let me post the video for you guys. Everybody should probably watch this. I haven't got to watch this yet. I can't really do it on the live stream or I'll probably get a copyright, but if you want to go watch the update... Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. That's not working. No! That's not right. Hold on. I'm having problems here. I was going to post the link to this, but it's not working. Delete. Delete. There's no delete! Oh my god. Copy, cut. Okay. Venus says, yeah, don't play here. Venus, say what? I'm trying to copy just... Oh, crap. Here we go. This will work. Copy. So if you want to go watch their video, that's the update video. So... yeah, yep, it looks like they're definitely going through with the module rework. So that's happening. They're making a change to battle crates of some sort. The new robot's coming out. New weapons for the new robot. Ultimate Minos is coming out. And there's the Halloween castle map, so... that's basically, but yeah, it looks like they are going through with the module rework. So everybody should probably go watch this video. We got about 15 more minutes left on the live stream, guys and gals. So yeah, it looks like the rework is happening. I was actually really thinking maybe, just maybe, they would decide not to do the rework because so many people were upset about it. But we'll see what happens. Michael said, did anybody get a Fujin plushie? I did. Yeah, I've got one of those, actually. Pretty cool. I wish they would come out with, I've always wanted like little action figures, like a little toy Ares or a little toy Fenrir or a Lancelot or something. I'm surprised they've never made like little action figures, honestly. So Venus, how you doing today? Everything going good? Lucy says, what robot is on the screen? Oh, I'm not really sure when you asked that, so I can't tell you what was on the screen when you asked that. Have I played Halo Infinite? You know what, Spirit? I think I downloaded that. If that game is free, I think I downloaded that on Steam and I never got around to playing it. I don't have very much free time, honestly. When will I declare the Screamer winner? So that giveaway doesn't end for probably another... How many days do we have in this month? We got about 9 more days until that giveaway even ends. So sometime after that. Spirits watched it. Smileys is going to be upset if they do the rework. A lot of people will be, honestly. Alright, FIDA doesn't understand the module rework pattern. So if the rework comes out, we'll, after it happens, we'll definitely be making some videos. Us YouTubers will definitely figure it out and make some videos about how to do it. But I was really hoping they would decide not to go through with it. I don't really know how it works either. It's almost going to be one of those things where it's going to take a minute to really understand it all. But yeah, you'll see like me and Adrian and whoever else is doing it. We'll figure it out for you guys. I mean, we'll be able to get on the Battlework account and play around with that stuff and see what the different changes do. And hopefully we'll all be able to make some tutorial videos for it, but I don't know. Phoenix U4, hello. You haven't used the Arthur. Arthur is not that great, so I wouldn't build an Arthur up. It was awesome back in the day, but that's a very old Titan, and it's very outdated these days. All right, Grimly, have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll catch you later. All right, so Dean says it's all about the compensation they give us. It's going to be interesting to see what that is. I hope the compensation is good. I really do. Like, hopefully people get enough to do what they need to do. It's going to be interesting, but Spirit says it's a great game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked pretty sweet. I remember downloading it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to check that out. Now, I downloaded it. I think I walked away from the computer to do some stuff while it was downloading. And then I just never got around to trying it out. But between my 3 YouTube channels and everything else, I probably spend about 100 hours a week. I mean, I get very little time to myself, so I don't really get to watch TV or play extra games. I mean, most of the time, I usually get about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a night to myself to like play video games. And usually I'm playing War Robots. Just to grind for resources and whatnot, right? If I don't grind, I fall behind on resources and everything else. So I guess I don't really get a lot of time to myself, but the little bit of time I do have, I get on War Robots and I grind so I can get enough silver and gold and everything else. It's crazy. Spirit says, what's the giveaway? So bottom line is, every day I'm going to be picking a couple of Condor winners off of videos and live streams. So after the stream ends, I'll come back through and randomly pick a couple of Condor winners off of people who were leaving their ID in the chat. Now, like yesterday's video, I haven't picked anybody off. So usually after a video's been up for 24 to 48 hours, then I'll come back and grab 1 or 2 winners from a video. So I got 50 Condors to give out before the end of the month. So I will be picking a few Condor winners I'll probably pick 2 people off of this live stream. What I'm gonna do is, if the stream's 2 hours long, I'm gonna get on like Chat GTP and say, hey, pick a time for in a 2-hour period. And if it says like 1 hour and 32 minutes, then I'll go to 1 hour and 32 minutes on the stream, look at those comments, and then I'll copy and paste those and use a little thing to randomly roll one of the comments up on the screen. So it's kind of a pain doing giveaways, but it's awesome to be able to give out stuff. So it's time consuming and it's a big old hassle for me, but hey, I get to give some people some cool stuff, so I enjoy it. But that's pretty much what I'm going to do, is have something pick a random time for however long the stream was. Then I'm going to copy and paste all the comments on the screen and then have something randomly pick one of those comments, if that makes sense. Edward says Condor for everyone. I wish that was the case. That would be awesome. Do I need to repost my in-game ID? I don't know, but if you've already posted your platform and player ID, you can. I mean, if you haven't already, you can definitely do it. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting an idea of how I'm going to pick today's winners. Normally, I would do it a little differently on a live stream, but I don't want to interrupt the question and answer stream to stop it for 10 minutes to do a giveaway, because then people are going to miss their questions and whatnot. So I'll find a good way. I'm just randomly brainstorming on how I'm going to do it from this stream, but I'll come up with a good idea to pick a winner fairly off of the comments here. I should pick everybody on the live stream. Unfortunately, I don't think I have enough condors for that. Armando, nice to see you, buddy. How you doing today? Eric, what's up, man? Big L, hello, hello. Ban says, if you build an attacking hangar, then domination mode TDM would be good, but hard in Beacon Rush. Well, I don't know. I mean, you got to have really strong firepower even for beacon modes, right? You need to build you need durability and damage at the same time. So, I mean, honestly, I would probably build, if I were to have a hangar for Team Deathmatch and a hangar for beacon games, they would be very different. I can play pretty much anything in any mode, but it would be a very different hangar if I actually had one for each. I would probably have like a couple of 1 or 2 close range robots for the Team Deathmatch mode, but most of them would be longer range robots. Now for beacon games, I would mainly try and build tanky robots with hard hitting close range weapons, because you need to be able to hold and take beacons. So Dean the Machine, all right, buddy. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope your day is awesome. Smileys, yeah, I don't know what all is going to be on the skill tree, but I don't know if there's going to be speed at all. Last time I heard, it looks like you're going to be able to pick one path. It's either going to be damage or durability, but I don't know. I'll have to go watch the video. There might be stuff on there that we don't even know about or they didn't mention. So I don't think we're fully going to understand how it works or what's there until we get to actually check it out on the live server. But it's going to be interesting. A lot of times they don't cover everything like fluently, or like sometimes they don't cover it entirely in the videos, but I haven't watched the videos, so I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. Royo says currency for the modules needs to be in the daily tasks. I've got a crazy feeling that's going to be currency you can only buy with real money. I could be wrong, but I've got that feeling. I've been hearing that from people, and I don't know where they've got that from, so I don't know if that's true or false, but I've heard that from a bunch of people, and I don't know if that's a rumor. Hopefully that's just a rumor. I'm hoping they do allow us to earn the currency somehow by playing. But we won't know for sure until it happens, I guess. Edward says, I'm still curious to see how the module rework is going to be implemented. It's going to be crazy. That's all I'm going to say. Jamil says, I'm old. My boomer brain would struggle with having to rework all my robots. I don't know, man. It's going to be different. That's all I can say. It's going to be very different. Manilo, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? Phoenix says, what memories the game brings me? You know, I got a lot of good memories on this game too. Like, this game's been fun. I mean, I've been playing this thing for so long, it's crazy. I mean, almost 10 years spent playing a game. That's insane. That's insane. Do I think the Ultimate Phantom's more difficult to take out than the Fenrir? Mech, no. The Condor is probably harder to take out, but the Phantom is more durable. The Phantom, you just have to shoot it. The Condor, you got to have like skill to attack it at the right time. Where the Phantom, you just shoot at it and eventually it dies. So the Phantom's like a little tank. I won't be surprised if they nerf the Ultimate Phantom because it's too tanky. Alright, we only got a couple minutes left on the stream, guys and gals, so if you guys got any last minute questions, get them on in there. I'm going to put the ending soon screen up. Where's it at? I've lost it. Oh, there we go. Ending soon. So we only got like 3 minutes left, so. Edward says, I still remember my Griffin hangar. Good old Griffin. Griffin was fun back in the day. I remember I wanted a Griffin. When I first started playing, I wanted the Griffin so bad. I'm like, oh, I got to get that robot. Finally, I got it, but it took a while. It felt like it took months to get the Griffin. It might have only been a week or two, but it felt like months. I'm not very good at keeping track of time, so I don't know if it really took forever or if it just felt like it, but Griffin was fun. Phoenix, thank you, buddy. Yeah, gold's not really used for a whole lot now. I mean, you can buy some robots and weapons. You can make your upgrades go faster with gold. What else can you do with it? That's really about it, I guess. All right, Spirit. Have a great day, buddy. We will catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Edward, do you like the boa? I don't really remember the boa. I don't think I ever really played the boa back in the day. I might have, but I mean, I've played it a couple of times here and there, but I don't think it was one of the robots that I really played much. I know I had one, but I never really, I think it was one of those things that I didn't level it up till years later, if I remember correctly. Smiley says, remember the days where you had to pay for bot repair? Pay for bot repair. I don't really recall that, actually. I've got a terrible memory, but no, I don't really remember that, actually. So I think I started playing this game when it was out for about a year. Like, I think it came out on iOS for a year. It was out for a year on iOS, and then they brought it out on Android. And I got onto this game right about when it came out on Android, so I don't know if I missed that or if I just don't remember it. But no, I don't really remember that. Yeah, Band, I actually did see an Immortal Titan once. Hopefully they're fixing the Immortal bug because nobody likes that thing. We don't like that thing at all. Lingen used to run an all Griffin Hangar. Nice. Phoenix, yeah, thank you for, yeah, thanks, buddy. You're welcome. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Alex, you have a good day too as well. Thank you. But it's not a buff that causes robots to become immortal. It's a bug. That's probably what you meant to say. But yeah, hopefully they fix that. It's a real pain in the butt. But it does seem to be like after you get hit with the new Sonic weapons, sometimes it throws you into that bug. So it's got to be the new Sonic weapons causing it. We just hope they can fix it. But yeah, there's definitely an annoying problem. I've had the bug several times, but generally if I get it, I just stop playing because that's the right thing to do, even though it sucks. Morgan says he's seen Big Tony playing the Halloween. Is he streaming? Is Tony streaming? I don't know why. I still call him Foggy for some reason. I don't know if he still goes by Foggy or not, but that's always what I call him. He used to go by Foggy on YouTube, and then I think he changed it to Big Tony, but I have a terrible memory, but yeah. Alright guys and gals, I think that's it for a stream today, so thank you all for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed the question and answer live stream, but I highly suggest everybody go watch the video right there, right? That's a new video about the new update. It's going to talk about the module rework and anything else that's coming up. So I'm going to go watch that right now and see exactly what's going on. But after that, I got to come back and record some game footage for tomorrow. But things are going to be very different. Things are going to be very different in a couple of days when the module rework goes through. Like, very different. It's probably not even going to feel like the same game. It's going to be... I don't even know. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad for the gameplay, but we'll find out. We'll see how it is in a week or two, but yeah. Alright, everybody. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. I appreciate each and every one of you a lot. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday and Saturday for some gameplay live streams, and hope to see you guys there. All right, have a wonderful day. Lightning out.